Όχι, μας ματιάσανε παιδιά, έλα, μας ματιάσανε. Έλα παιδιά, μ' ακούτε? Παιδιά, να σας πω, τώρα μας γάμισε αυτό, μου γάμισε όλο το stream εμένα. Πήγα, νομίζω ότι θα κλείσω παιδιά από τώρα. Τι να κάνω τώρα? Με γάμισε αυτό. Μισό ρε παιδιά, μισό. Δώστε μου μισό λεπτό ρε παιδιά. Πόρε πούστη μου. Να σου γαμίσω ρε κολορι stream, τίποτα. Μου κόβεις το stream στη μέση. Τι θα κάνω εγώ τώρα? Γαμώ την πουτάνα μου, γαμώ. Sorry, βρίζω. Ναι, συνέβη με το stream. Έπεσε το stream.
We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
Bent blade?
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Λοιπόν, θα σας δείξω μισό λεπτάκι που μου λέτε για το Spider-Man. Μισό λεπτό, θα σας δείξω αμέσως μισό. Λοιπόν, την έκδοση την οποία που θέλω και εγώ να πάρω για να σας την κάνω stream, παιδιά. Κάτσε λίγο, παιδιά, να δούμε το story και μετά.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot. loyal servant to her serene holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Meadow in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint in the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us, then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. Besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy.
Πω, αυτή η μουσική είναι από το παλιό το Final Fantasy στο 7.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Τι έπαθε αυτή?
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she?
Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice.
Oh.
Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung a sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
You are not a monster. You are my gomena.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Kiss, kiss, kiss.
Thank you.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to...
Αφού δεν έφταγες τίποτα σε τίποτα, βρε, βλαμμένη σε ανάγκαζα, να μάν. Πω κλάψα.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Λοιπόν, επειδή κάποιος είπε πριν ότι το game του είναι βαρετό, ο Protector, άκουσε με καλέ μου Protector. Τα Final Fantasy, όλα τα Final Fantasy πάντα είχαν και έχουν πολύ μπλα μπλα. Είναι story RPG. Πάντα θα έχουν πολύ μπλα μπλα. Δεν γίνεται άλλος. Και να σου πω κάτι, δεν υπάρχει RPG παιχνίδι, είτε action είτε turn-based, που να μην έχει πάρα πολύ μπλα μπλα. Okay. Οπότε μην μπαίνεις στο stream μου και να μου λες ότι το game είναι βαρετό. Εάν δεν το γουστάρεις αυτό το οποίο βλέπεις, φύγε. Αυτό πράγμα το οποίο κάνετε κάποιοι που μπαίνετε στα stream κάποιου και λέτε ότι το παιχνίδι που παίζει, ότι ο streamer ότι είναι μάπα, τη στιγμή που το κάνει αυτό για να σας διασκεδάσει, ή αυτούς οι οποίοι ή να διασκεδάσει αυτούς που θα το εκτιμήσουν. Μην το κάνετε αυτό. Είναι κακό. Το καταλαβαίνετε αυτό. Μην μπαίνετε σε stream και να λέτε «Α, Θεέ μου, τι βλακεία παίζεις και τι είναι αυτό». Γαμώ την κακία σας μέσα. Έλεος. Είναι κακό αυτό. Είναι κακία. Μην το κάνετε. Απλά φύγετε. Για όνομα του Θεού. Και να απαντήσω σχετικά ποια είναι η καλύτερη έκδοση του Spider-Man. Είναι αυτή που θέλω να πάρω και εγώ αυτή εδώ πέρα. Νομίζω ότι την έχω στο wishlist. Αρχίδια έχω στο wishlist. Λοιπόν, αν ψάχνουμε Spider-Man τα Miles τα Morales από εδώ κάτω. Έχει μία έκδοση του Spider-Man, το οποία και εγώ την θέλω. Κάτσε λίγο να τη βρω. What? Την έχω στο cart. Ναι, remove from cart. Remove from... Γιατί είναι στο cart μου. Τέλος πάντων, είναι αυτή εδώ πέρα, παιδιά. Είναι αυτή εδώ πέρα που είναι σε έκπτωση 40-50. Κάτσε να μαλάκα, γιατί έχω κάτι στο cart. Remove from cart. Thank you. Plates για PS5 στο Ελλαδιστάν φέρνουνε. Αν ψάξεις το Scrooge φέρνουνε κανονικά. Ναι βρε, αφού είχα δει εγώ plates για το PS5, είχα δει και στο Public και στο Κοτσοβόλο και στο Πλαίσιο. Αυτό.
Only the founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
Maeve over there's the best thing to happen to Hideaway since well, ever. she's got a smile like the sunshine, and she can pull an...
I didn't take you for a scholarly van.
Oh, this? Well, it's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from old tomes. Seems there's no creature in the realm so foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
Think I'll stick to the unfoul ones, thanks.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes, and even you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver. From spit roasts to sweetmeats, this book has them all. What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid. The first tunnel worm I came across would be the death of me. But you're made of sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Okay.
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So,
may
I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but unwanted violets. I've no idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout to the top of the bed of roses.
Roses. Rosaria, perhaps? One of the butchers in Martha's Rest might know something. I'll ask next time I'm there.
did we never
There are
hear
new
about
villains
these
being
Guardians of the
posted
Flame?
every day.
Same way they never heard about us, I expect.
Τα τέρατα αυτά που τα βρίσκω ρε Κώστα, φαίνονται στο map. Όχι, δεν θέλω ρε.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while. But normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what do you say?
Yeah, mate.
Fine. If you think it will help.
I knew you'd understand.
But if he doesn't want to talk, we let him be. He'll open up when he's ready.
All right. Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go first, and you can meet us at the forge. Wait a bit, then head over when you're ready.
Κάτι έπαθε ο Blacksmith μας, για να δούμε. Θα κάνω δύο quests και μετά θα το κλείσω. Γιατί κάποια quest έχουν σταυρό και κάποια quest έχουν θαύμα.
I could have sworn we had a few.
That monster's taken quite a liking to Lady Karen.
He's not a monster. He's Torgal. And he'd take a liking to you too if you gave him as many nuts as Nam does.
Τι είπες Blackthorn? Θα μου φτιάξεις κανένα νέο σπαθίρια?
First August, and now you. What are you pair up to? What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been weighing on your mind. I thought you might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business. What'd you go and do?
Clive just wants to help, innit? What's so bad about that? Talk to him. You never know, you might feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate. I'm worried about you.
Phil, shut you up. It's nothing really. Stupid. Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Πες μας, ανθρωπέ μου.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Karen and I have an arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and she shows me what the competition's up to. Interesting arms and armor, things like that. Anyway, the other day, she shows me a cuirass she's come by. Masterpiece of level work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be. Made my stuff look like every clumsy shit.
Shit.
I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud. And now every time I reach for my hammer, I'm reminded that I'm not the craftsman I thought I was. There. You happy? You got what you came for? Now piss off.
Ναι, έπεσε το stream.
All right. We're going. I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail. Didn't think anything could rattle him. Least of all a stupid piece of leather.
Blackthorn's always taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts, it will affect his work, which will only add to his problems. We need to nip this in the bud.
I couldn't agree more.
He said he should have bought that cuirass. Perhaps we should track it down for him. Assuming you're happy to help, that is.
Too bloody right I am.
Glad to hear it. First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
Να δω σε 8K το PS5 τι FPS θα παίζει, παιδιά. Ακούστε να δείτε κάτι αυτό που σας λένε περί 8K κουλουπού. Ακούστε με λίγο. 8K δεν μπορούν στα καλά να κάνουν και πιο δυνατές κάρτες γραφικών αυτή τη στιγμή που κοστίζουν κάπου στα 2.000 ευρώ. Εάν σου λέει η Sony ότι θα βγάλει PS5 Pro σε 8K, πάει να πει το κάνει αποκλειστικά για λόγους διαφήμισης και μόνο πρώτον, και κατά δεύτερον επειδή κατά πάσα πιθανότητα θα βγάλει νέα μοντέλα Sony τηλεοράσεων που θα υποστηρίζουν 8K, είτε ετοιμάζεται και για τις 8K αναλύσεις και σου λέει πρέπει να έχω και μία κονσόλα στην αγορά που θα υποστηρίζει και 8K αναλύσεις. Τώρα, δεν είναι μόνο το γεγονός το να βγάλει ένα PS5 που να υποστηρίζει 8K ή ένα PS6, είναι το να βγουν και τα games τα οποία που θα υποστηρίζουν τις αναλύσεις αυτές για τις κονσόλες. Αλλά για την ώρα νομίζω ότι το βλέπετε και εσείς εδώ πέρα, ότι ακόμα και το Final Fantasy το 16 με το ζόρι κρατάει 30 FPS ώρες. Οπότε μην πιστεύετε στο κουτόχορτο που μας πετάνε οι εταιρείες, διότι τα ίδια μας έλεγαν και για τις κονσόλες που έχουμε αυτή τη στιγμή, έτσι, και δεν μας δίνουν οι κονσόλες ούτε και το PS5 ούτε και το Xbox, το Series X και το S μας δίνουν το 4K 60 FPS, το performance που μας είχαν υποσχεθεί. Λοιπόν, μην τσιμπάτε. Το ότι θα δούμε PS5 Slim θα δούμε, το ότι θα δούμε PS5 Pro θα δούμε, αλλά αυτό δεν σημαίνει ότι οι κονσόλες ότι θα κάνουν αυτά τα οποία λένε οι εταιρείες. Αυτό. Το θέμα δεν είναι και οι developers να πάνε να σου φτιάξουν τα 8K παιχνίδια. Το θέμα είναι και να μπορούν και τα μηχανήματα να τα υποστηρίξουν άνετα. Ουφ, αυτό.
Karen, do you have a moment? Blackthorn mentioned that you'd recently come by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn cared for it the way he turned his nose up. But it was nicely put together, that's for certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Makes all his stuff to order, but the fella who commissioned it refused to pay. He didn't like the colour of summit. So I took it off his hands for a fair price.
You don't know where we might find him, do you?
Like I said, he's a bit of an odd one. Doesn't even have a workshop. He don't trust hunters neither, which means he spends as much time out tracking beasties as he does working their hides.
I see.
He did tell me something, though. Apparently, his next commission's for a set of griffin hide greaves.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board. The curse breakers were placing bets on who'd bag it. Now, where the bleeding hell was it sighted? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe? Cairnorthern, that was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leatherworker.
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind. While you get on with that, I'll ask around the markets. See if I can't sniff out who he is and where he's hiding.
Good idea. Hopefully one of us will be able to track him down.
Τα λέμε, σκύπερ μου, τα λέμε αύριο. Τάσο Σπανούδη, του Tom Henderson, οι φήμες χθες στο Twitter αποκαλύφθηκαν ότι είναι fake. Και τι σήμαιναν τα specs για το PlayStation 5 Pro? Κάποιος είδε τα specs της 7900 κάρτας της AMD και υπέθεσε ότι όσον αφορά τις μνήμες Και υπέθεσε ότι το PS5 Pro ότι θα είναι κάτι παρόμοιο. Πολλές από τις σημείες τις οποίες βλέπουμε είναι μπουρδες, παιδιά. Έτσι. Γκρίφινσα, για να δούμε. Πού θα το βρω αυτό, να το. Ναι, πώς το παίρνουμε αυτό για το. Ναι, πώς παίρνουμε την αποστολή για το Γκρίφιν, μωρέ, τι πατάμε. Car Coven Westgate Σαμπρέσκ. Τα λέμε Ηλία Μουσάκη και εγώ, παιδιά, κλείνω. Αν θα τα βρείτε στα μαγαζιά, νομίζω ότι θα παίξουν ρόλο οι προπαραγγελίες. Δεν καταλαβαίνω πού είναι το βρω το τέρας. Κάνω Westgate. Rivergate. Gate. Δεν βλέπω Westgate. Norvent Valley. Τέρμα στο αδιέξοδο. Εδώ. Και τεμάται απ' έξω. Εδώ. Κάτσε, είναι στο Rivergate ή στο Westgate? Μα δεν υπάρχει Westgate. Έχει Westgate. Αυτό είναι. Στο River Gate. Καλά, δεν μπορούσα να βάλω μάλα και σε ένα μάρκερ. Εδώ. Α, εδώ. Α. Άρα δεν περίμενα.
Good day to you. See.
Τι εννοείς πήγαινε με την Αμπρόζια? Ποια είναι η Αμπρόζια? Α, με το τσοκόμπο. Μπερδεύομαι. Σκάλες. Εδώ. Γεια σου Τίμος, φίλε.
Let's go. All right.
Εδώ είναι. Πάμε τάταν.
Griffins don't exactly make for easy prey. Let's hope our craftsman hasn't bitten off more than he can chew.
Look. Dobra. Oh shit!
Awaken winds!
Shit!
Nice try.
Give me thunder!
Not thunder! Γαμώ το κίνηση, πώς δουλεύει δεν ξέρω.
Help me, boy. Well done, Togo.
Ouch! Bitch! Опа! Ό,τι ποτέ. Ué! Ai. Yürü. Ouch. Kilemu, kill. Shit! Yes.
Something there, boy. Could that be our man?
Δεν το σκηνή. You're right.
Dare say I'll survive. That griffin caught me before I could get an arrow off. Must have lost sight of me in the grass, though. I'd be dead if it hadn't.
More likely than not.
The name's Camille. I'm a lowly leather worker, if you couldn't tell by the smell of me.
Not so lowly from what I hear. Do you remember selling to a merchant by the name of Karen?
She's not an easy woman to forget. Bought a cuirass from me after I lost my buyer. Quite taken with my work, as far as I recall. Didn't stop her bartering me down to a pittance, though. She send you for a refund?
It's not her who sent me.
Well, consider me flattered.
You should be. He's a master of his art, and not an easy man to impress.
Blacksmiths are proud folk. It's a rare thing indeed for one to praise a glorified tanner.
Κώστα, άμα τα κάνω αυτά τα θηρία θα παίρνω νέα όπλα.
Like yourself would be getting your steel from any but the best. I'd dearly love to help a fellow craftsman, but well, actually, I suppose you could give him this.
What is it?
Treated leather. Same stuff I used to make that cuirass. If your man's as skilled as he sounds, he'll know what he's looking at.
You sure?
Well, you did save my life. And thanks to you, I'll be going home with all the griffin hide I can carry. I'd say it's the least I can do. Short of showing him how to make the thing myself, that is. But there are rules against it. Secrets of the trade and whatnot.
In that case, I'll see that he gets it.
I'd be much obliged if you would. Right. I've got some greaves to make.
Φραγκίσκο, ακούς.
You send your blacksmith my regards.
Will do. And thank you.
Έλα βρε Θανάση.
Hopefully this will sweeten Blackthorn's mood.
Φραγκίσκο, άμα σου δείχνει αυτές τις γραμμές, όπως λες, το είτε έχει βλάβει η τηλεόρασή σου ή το PlayStation 5 σου. Κατά πάσα πιθανότητα έχει βλάβει η τηλεόρασή σου. Κάρι το δεράκι. Αφού είχες μπει πριν βρε Θανάση, τι καθυστερείς να μπεις? Που ήταν το Martha's Rest. Πάμε να κάνουμε και αυτό μία.
Thank you for sticking with us.
Those of us who are still here
Can't exactly
look after
leave
each
our
other,
wife in
don't
the
we?
lurch after everything she's done for us.
Perhaps I'd live longer if I bade this town farewell. I've grown rather fond of the old place. Ah, welcome.
Όχι, όχι, δεν είναι επειδή δεν είναι 4K.
You got the gill, I got the goods. What can I do
Yeah,
for you?
Unwanted
Όχι πρέπει να
violets,
σιγά μωρέ και παιδιά.
if you have them. Though I'd gladly settle for learning what they are if you don't.
Why, I haven't heard folk call them that since I was a lad. You're looking for scorpion tails. Unwanted violets is what folk used to call them back in the day. They turn a wicked purple when you boil them up, hence the name. Used to chuck them in the pot when there weren't nothing else on offer, and there was a war on, that sort of thing. Thankfully, times aren't yet as hard as that, and even if they were, you wouldn't find anyone selling them these days.
Do the scorpions still live nearby?
I dare say they do. 3 reeds would be your best bet, if memory serves.
Thank you. You've been most helpful.
Δεν φταίει η τηλεόρασή σου. Δεν φταίει επειδή δεν είναι 4K και επειδή εγώ δεν παίζω σε 4K αυτή τη στιγμή. Φταίει το γεγονός ότι κατά πάσα πιθανότητα. Περιτζε. Θα πάω από εδώ. Φταίει, σου λέω, είτε έχει βλάβει η τηλεόρασή σου, είτε κάτι συμβαίνει με την κονσόλα σου.
Don't you go causing any trouble now.
Αυτό που λέει και ο Σόκης, μήπως πρέπει να ορίσει όρια στην TV. Παιδιά, έχω πάρα πολύ καιρό να ασχοληθώ με τηλεοράσεις, επειδή εδώ και τόσο καιρό παίζω παιδιά σε οθόνες PC, όχι σε τηλεοράσεις.
Good girl.
Πάμε.
Scorpions. At least I know what I'm up against.
Nice. Nice. Το πήραμε.
I better get this back to Yvonne before it goes bad. Or any worse at least.
Θανάση, εγώ τώρα πρόσφατα σήμερα κατάλαβα ότι το Kikoti μου στέλνει αυτοματοποιημένες απαντήσεις στις ερωτήσεις που τους κάνω και τους κυνηγάω, τους κυνηγάω συνέχεια. Αλλά όσο για να τους κυνηγάς, δεν ξέρω τι θα γίνει. Πάμε να τα δώσουμε παιδιά τα δύο quest, να δούμε τι θα πάρουμε. Τότε γιατί τα άλλα games σου τα παίζει μια χαρά όπως το Horizon 2. Εγώ σου προτείνω το εξής. Εάν πας στο game εδώ πέρα, πήγαινε εδώ και πήγαινε εδώ που έχει κάποια επιλογή για να ορίσει τα όρια της οθόνης. Ψάξ' το λίγο. Λοιπόν, ψάξ' το λίγο. Πάρε εσύ τα τέτοια σου.
did you find our mystery ingredient?
Ορίστε.
I did indeed.
Marvellous! Let's see. What am I supposed to do with this? It's poisonous, surely.
You wouldn't be wrong. But that's your unwanted violet.
Into the pot it goes, I suppose. Wait here. I won't be long.
Φαΐ θα μου φέρει.
I present Chance's stew, risen once again from the ashes of obscurity. Grab a spoon, Sid. Let's eat while it's hot.
I'm not hungry.
Well, it'll be too late once I've licked the bowl clean. Your loss. Odin's teeth. What assault on the senses. It's like choking on swamp water. And yet, up through the pungency there rise complex, meaty notes. It takes a moment to recover from such an onslaught of flavours, but never have I tasted anything so fine. Thank you, Sid.
Παρακαλώ φίλε που φέραμε τη Σκόρπιο Red.
You're welcome.
I must share this gift. I won't rest until a steaming bowl of Chance's stew sits before everyone in the hideaway.
Καλά δεν μην κάνεις
A
έτσι.
single mouthful, and Molly will be breeding
Μία
scorpions
κουταλιά
of her own.
I'm sure she will.
Κάτσε, τα side quests σου δίνουν ωραία πράγματα, κάτσε. Μου δίνουν loot. Πρέπει να δούμε αυτός αν θα μας δώσει κανένα νέο σπαθί.
And with a bit of luck, Clive. How'd it go, Clive? Did you find him, or does the hunt continue?
I found him. And he asked me to give you this, along with his regards.
You're joking.
You're joking. Αστείευεστε. Cloud Master, είσαι εδώ.
He said he wouldn't teach you how to work it, but that if you were as skilled as you sounded, you'd have no trouble understanding how it was done.
So that's his secret. Crafty bastard. He's layered and cross-grained it. Good few times too. I wonder it's tough. And that's no ordinary oil he's used to get that finish. Oh, this is fine work. Even finer than I thought.
Yeah? I'll take your word for it. Just looks like leather to me. Still, I'm glad you're happy. Here, Clive, you didn't happen to catch the fella's name, did you?
Camille, I believe.
I thought as much. There ain't many leather workers in the realm daft enough to do their own hunting, see, and his name kept cropping up when I was asking around. Turns out he's from Tabor, and again most leather workers are. But our friend Camille guards a long-held family secret, the details of which are the subject of some debate in the leather-working community.
Then we better keep this close to our chests.
Listen, sorry for putting the both of you to all that trouble. Should have kept my moaning to myself. Still, I'm glad you found him. This has cheered me right up.
That was the idea.
Θα μου δώσει κανένα όπλο.
Clive's idea, anyway. He did most of the work.
It's good to have you back, Blackthorn.
Just don't expect me to go turning out work like this. There's a reason he does his own hunting. He knows exactly what hides to look for. And that's how he gets them to layer up so nicely. And don't get me started on how much oiling this leather would need. But I reckon I can make something about as good. Something a Cursebreaker will have no trouble caring for. Anyway, enough narrowing. I've got work to be getting on with.
Looks like we won't be needing a new blacksmith.
As if there was a better one out there. I wouldn't have been the same anyway. No one spins a yarn like old Blackthorn in his cups. Right, now that's sorted, I've got duties to attend to. Thanks, Clive. You've given me my mate back.
Drake Slayer belt. Oh yeah.
Back, are ya? So, what'll it be?
Electrum. Δεν έχουμε το Electrum.
And how am I meant to do that then?
Electrum.
Anything else?
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Okay.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Shut up.
It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Ναι, δεν το πουλάω το Invictus.
You got out else? I reckon I can find a buyer. Is that all?
Λοιπόν, κάτι κάνουμε ένα save. Αν... να είμαστε σίγουροι. Και παιδιά μου κλείνω. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ. Τα λέμε πάλι αύριο. Sorry που είχαμε το θεματάκι στο stream. Αύριο θα δούμε το τι θα παίξουμε, παιδιά. Είδαμε αύριο το τι θα παίξουμε. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ. Και sorry σήμερα από το stream που ξεκίνησε στις 8.30 αντί στις 8 και 4 ώρα είχα θέματα. Λοιπόν, και τα λέμε αύριο. Καλή νύχτα σας.